Hello grade 8 children. Today I am here to teach you chapter 3 in your textbook, that's angles. This is a geometry lesson. We'll see what are the basics related to angles. What is an angle? So angle is formed by two line segments from one center point. So if we take this point O, OA, OB are the two lines. So here we can say OA and OB pass from the center point O. O is the vertex point. We call this is the vertex point and it is fixed. And OA and OB are rays. Angle is, what is the angle form? We can write two ways. We can start from A. AOB. So this is how we write AOB and we put a hat above representing that O is the angle. Or we can start from the other side. BOA. So we can write like this. Or if it's one angle, we can write down just O angle. This is also possible. So when you take this diagram, you get two line segments and a fixed point. So we can define angle as a rotation. So how we can define an angle as a rotation? Rotation of a line segment. What is the line? If you take this one, OA is the line segment. Around the point O is called the angle. So when you rotate here to here, you get an angle. So this is the angle created and this is clockwise. We are rotating clockwise from OA. Units of angles. What are the measurements we use? We used degrees. How we represent degrees? So we put a small 0. So here superscript of 0. So if this is 30 degrees, we put 30 and put a small 0 here. So this means 30 degrees. So unit of measurement used for measuring an angle is degrees. Symbol for degrees is a small circle in the superscript. So if you take this circle, the entire circle, so how many degrees is that? So 360. So entire circle is recognized as 360 degrees. So here, can you see the degree sign? 360 degrees. Starting angle at OA is 0 because this is not rotating. So here starting angle is 0 degrees. Now we'll rotate half of a circle. So this is the fixed line and starting from the fixed point O, 1/4 of a circle. We know the full circle is 360. So 360 and 1/4 of that. What's the angle? You get 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. Normally, we represent this angle as a square like this. So that means this is 90 degrees. Then rotation of half of a circle. So here to here is half of 360. So you get 180 degrees. What about this one? 3/4. So when you divide the circle into 4 parts, this is starting from here 3/4 of a circle. Full circle is 360. 3/4 of that. 3/4 of 360. What's the value? 4 times this 9. 90 times 3. 270. So this is 270 degrees. So what are the types of angles that we need to learn? So first one is acute angles. What is acute angle? So the angle in between 0 and 90 degrees. So less than 90 degrees and above 0 degrees is called acute angle. Right angle. So right angle is 90 degrees. So we represent using a square like this. Then obtuse means the angle is more than 90 degrees. So here if this is 90 degrees, this is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. So we call it as obtuse angles. What is straight angle means? If the angle is 180 and this is a straight line. So GFE is a straight line. If it's a straight line, we call this angle is a straight angle, 180 degrees. And you need to know another type of angle, that's reflex angle. Reflex angle is angle above 180. So this is 180 line, above 180 and below 360. So this is the 360 degree line. So you can get either this type of angle or here more than 270 also possible. So this is up to here, that's 270. So this angle is more than 270 as well. So these two are called reflex angles. Adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? So angles AOB and BOC or COB. BOC are adjacent angles in the above diagram. So what are the properties in adjacent angles? Common arm is there. So to these two angles, this is the common arm. One fixed line is there. So that's OB. You need to get a common vertex point. So this is the vertex point. So what's the vertex here? O. O vertex point and angle situated in opposite sides of the common arm. So common arm is here. So this angle is anti-clockwise and this angle is clockwise. So angles situated in both sides. So these are the three properties satisfied for adjacent angles. Now identify in this diagram what are adjacent angles. Look at this OP line. When you take OP line, that's the common arm. From here, there's an angle, anti-clockwise. What's the angle? POR, reflex angle. POR, this is the reflex angle, more than 180 and less than 360. And what's the other angle? This is clockwise, measured this angle, POQ. So POQ and POR, reflex angle, are adjacent angles with common arm OP. So what's the fixed point here? O is the vertex point. Look at this one. Identify what's the common arm and what are the two adjacent angles. So when you look at this diagram, we can see this is the common arm OR. Common arm OR. And what are the two angles from this? This is one angle. QOR. QOR, or you can write ROQ. And what's the other one? This one. So we can write POR, reflex angle. So these are the two adjacent angles. In this diagram, what's the common arm? We can see common arm is OQ. And what are the two angles? This one here measured anti-clockwise, POQ. POQ angle. And what's the other angle? QOR. These are adjacent angles with common arm OQ. And what's the vertex point? Vertex point is O. What are complementary angles? Two pairs of adjacent angles add up to 90 degrees. We call those a complementary angle. Now take a look at these two. This angle is 60 degrees and this is 30 degrees. So what is 60 degree angle plus 30 degree angle? You get 90 degree. So the sum is 90 degrees. So we can say AOB angle and POA angle are complementary. Angles because the sum of the two angles is equal to 90 degrees. Write down the complementary angle to the given angles. 30 is there. How you find out the other angle? 90 minus 30. That's 60 degrees. 50. If one angle is 50, what's the other complementary angle? You subtract 50 from 90. You get 40 degrees. 85. 90 minus 85. That's 5 degrees. 24. 90 minus 24. You get 66 degrees. 36. 90 minus 36. What you get? You get 54. 90 minus 36. And what about 3 degrees? 90 minus 3 degrees, you get 87. So these are complementary angles. Look at this one, 90 degrees and 0 are not complementary angles. Because 0 angle does not exist. So don't take 90 and 0. Those are not complementary angles. Complementary adjacent angles. So complementary means add up to 90. What are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles, you need to have a fixed point, vertex point, common arm and the two angles situated on both sides of the common arm. Now look at this diagram. You can see when you add ABD angle and DBC angle. What's the sum? This angle and this angle, you can see this is 90 degrees. So that means these two angles are complementary. Now, why this is complementary adjacent angles? So, when you take this diagram, this is the common arm and this is the vertex point, and this angle measured this way anti-clockwise, this angle measured clockwise. So, the two angles on both sides of the common arm. So, these are complementary adjacent angles. Supplementary adjacent angles. Supplementary means the sum of two angles add up to 180. Now look at these two. CBA or ABC and ABD. So what are the two angles? 110 and 70. So when you add it, you are getting 180. So we call two angles equal to 180 are supplementary angles. And these are also adjacent when you take this common arm AB. So when you take this line, on top of this line, you are getting an angle like this. So this is the BD line. So you can see OA is the common arm and this angle measured anti-clockwise, this angle measured clockwise, and this is the fixed point B. So two angles equal to 180 are the supplementary angles, and you can say ABC and ABD are supplementary adjacent angles, because when you take it together, you get adjacent angles as well. Write down the supplementary angle to the given angles. So what's the condition? The sum is equal to 180. If 40 is the angle, 180 minus 40 is the other supplementary angle. That's 140. 85. 180 minus 85. What's the angle? 5 and 1 remaining. So that's 995. 60 degrees. 180 minus 60. That's 120 degrees. 75. What's the supplementary angle? 180 minus 75. You get 105. 117. So subtract 117 from 180. 63 degrees. 29. You get, all these are angles. This is 29. So subtract, you get 1 here. And here subtract from 180, 1 there, and this is 3, so 5, 151. So these are the supplementary angles. So what are supplementary angles? The angle sum is 180. Supplementary adjacent angles means we did that before. So the sum is 180 as well as the two angles are adjacent. Now look at this diagram. ABD is 110. DBC is 70 degrees. So when you add it, you get 180 degrees. So these are supplementary adjacent angles because when you take, this is the common arm BD, and the common vertex is B, and the two angles measured both sides. Those are the three properties for an adjacent angle. Now we'll look at what are vertically opposite angles. Now look at this one. AB is a line and CD is another line, straight lines. So intersect these two lines at O. This is the intersection point. So you get 4 angles there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 angles, and here shaded ones. What are shaded ones? AOC. And the other one? BOD. A pair of vertically opposite angles. So here this is one angle and this is the other vertically opposite angles. Now when you look at other way around, this is also vertically opposite angle. So what are the other unshaded part? AOD. AOD angle and BOC angle. These are another pair of vertically opposite angles. So how we get vertically opposite angles? When you get any two straight lines intersecting each other. Now, two lines are there, PQ and SR. So, identify a pair of vertically opposite angles in the above diagram. We can say this and this are vertically opposite angles. So, here POR and SOQ. Angles are vertically opposite angles. What are the other two? This angle with this angle. So you can write POS angle and QOR angle. These also vertically opposite angles. So you get two pairs of vertically opposite angles. Now one angle is given 80 degrees, AOD angle. So what's AOC angle? We know CD is a straight line. So what's the angle? So if this is straight line, this is a straight angle, 180. So 180 minus 80, AOC angle is 100. AOD angle is 80 and also this is a straight line. AB is a straight line. So what's this angle? This angle. That's BOD angle. BOD angle is also 180. So I can write AOD angle plus BOD angle is 180. So this is also 100 degrees. So this is 100. That's BOD angle. So I can write BOD angle is 100 degrees. Now look at carefully. This and this. What can you say? AOD. That's AOC. AOC and BOD angles. We know that. These are vertically opposite angles and also they are equal. So remember the two vertically opposite angles. Now I can write AOC and BOD. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Similarly, what can you say about the other one? This is 80, this is also 80. So we found out this is also 80. So what's that? BOC angle. So similarly, I can write AOD and BOC angles are equal. That's 80 degrees. So we can say vertically opposite angles are equal. This diagram. Identify vertically opposite angles that are equal. POS. POS is here. What's the other vertically opposite angle? This one. QOR. If you take POR, not PQR. This is POR. POR is equal to this angle. So that's QOS. So these two are vertically opposite angles. Find the values of A, B and C. What can you say about A angle? Can you see this is a straight line? So A is 180 minus 100 because this is a straight angle. So what's the answer? 80 degrees. Then what you know about C angle? A and C both are equal because those are vertically opposite angles. So A is 80, that means C is also 80, vertically opposite angles. Then what about B? B and 100, these are two vertically opposite angles. So we can say B is also 100 degrees because of vertically opposite angles. This diagram, find the values of PQR. This is 70, so this is a straight angle. So what's P? 180 minus 70, that's 110. So we can write that's because of straight angle. Then you can write P is equal to R. So this is 110 because of vertically opposite angles. 70 and Q is also vertically opposite angles. So Q is equal to 70. These two are because of vertically opposite angles. Now we'll look at angles around a point. So the fixed point here is O. So when you take from here around this point, we know that's the sum of angles add up to 360 degrees. So here we can write all these angles. So what are the angles? X, Y, Z and this angle is A. All these angles add up to 360 degrees. So when you get a point, make sure that the sum of angles add up to 360 60 degrees. Find A and B. So this is the fixed point. So this is also around a point. So how can we find out A? Now when you take this line, this is a straight line. This is 90 given. Here to here, straight angle. Here to here, straight angle because this is a straight line. So what's A? A is 180 minus 90 degrees because this is given as 90 degrees. So that's 90. But we know the angles around a point is 360. So what's B? B is 360 minus all three angles. So here, what are the three angles? 90, A is 90 and 100. So when you add it, you get 280 degrees. 280 degrees is the other three angles. So what is B? 360 minus 280. So what's the value? 80 degrees. So B is 80 degrees. Look at this one. This is a point. So we can consider angles around a point to find out the value of A. 60 plus 80 plus 80. What's the sum? 220. And all angles add up to 360. So what's A? A is 360 minus 220. What's the answer? Answer is 140 degrees. Find the value of X here. What can you say about this one? This is a straight line. So what's this angle? Straight angle. So X plus X plus X is 180 because of straight angle. Then X plus X plus X is 3X is 180. Divide by 3. You get the value of X. So X equals 60 degrees. You have given several angles and identify types of angles. So acute means the angle less than 90 degrees. 30 degrees is an acute angle. What are the other angles? Less than 90. 55, 68, 84, 48. Those are acute. Right angle means 90-degree angle. Obtuse. Obtuse means more than 90, less than 180 degrees. 120. 140. 170. 112. What else? Less than 180. These are more than 180. Straight angle means equals to 180. So I can take 180-degree angle. Then what are reflex angles? Reflex angles are more than 180 and less than 360. So 270, 195, 200 and 318. So those are the reflex angles. You have given several angles and you are asked to write down pair of complementary angles. Complementary means the sum add up to 90 degrees. What are the angles add up to 90 degrees? Look at 70 and 20, add up to 90 degrees. So you can write ABC and KLM. So these are complementary angles, add up to 90 degrees, and write down the pair of supplementary angles. What are supplementary means? Add up to 180. So this and this 150 plus 30, you get 180. So XYZ and CDE are supplementary angles because these are add up to 180. Identify the type of angles. So what is this angle? Less than 90 degrees. Acute angle. This one more than 90 degrees. Obtuse angle. This one also less than 90 degrees. Acute angle. Then we'll look at some more angles. This is more than 90 degrees, less than 180. Obtuse angle. This one here, 90 degrees. So what you call for 90 degrees? Right angle. This one, 180. Straight angle. This one, more than 180. What you call that? Reflex angle. This is also more than 180. So that's also reflex angle. This is 90 degrees. So what is 90 means? Right angle. This is two straight lines intersect at one point. So what are these two? Vertically opposite angles. Find x in this diagram. We know this is a straight line and this is add up to 180. So 2x plus x plus 60 is 180. Now take 60 to the other side. That means subtract. First we'll add these two. 2x and x becomes 3x. And subtract 60 from both sides. You get 3x equals 180 minus 60 degrees. Then 180 minus 60 means 120. 3x is 120 means divide this by 3. You get x equals 40 degrees. 120 divided by 3. So x is 40 degrees. Find x in this diagram. This is mentioned, this is 90 degrees. So 2x plus x equals 90 degrees. What are those? Complementary. Two x plus x is 3x equals 90 degrees. Divide this by 3. You get x equals 30. 90 divided by 3. Find ABC. Can you see this one and this one? vertically opposite angles. So A equals 85. You can write down. What's the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Then B equals what? When you take this straight line, B equals 180 minus 85. So B equals 180 minus 85 because of straight angle. So subtract, you get 5 and 9, so 95 is the B value. Now what is C? B and C are vertically opposite angles. So we can say C also 95 because of vertically opposite angles. AB is a straight line. Find ABC. So I'll put AB here. AB is a straight line. Find ABC. Now when you take this three angles, A plus 3A plus 2A is 180. That's a straight angle. So add it together, 3 plus 2, 5 and 1. This becomes 6A equals 180. When you divide by 6, you can get the A value. So you get A equals 30 degrees. Now we'll look at this one, this side, lower side. Here, what can you say about 4A and B? That's also straight angles. So before that, we'll find out 4A. A is 30, 4 times 30 is 4A. That's 120 degrees. Now what can you say about these two angles? These are straight angles. So 4A and B. Straight angles. So 180 minus 4A is equal to B. So you can just subtract 180 minus 120. That's 60 degrees because these two are straight angles. Look at this one. Find y when x equals 110. So this is given 110. What's the y value? We know this is a straight line. So y is 180 minus 110. So that's 70 degrees. Find y when x equals 150. If this is 150, what's the relationship? 180 minus 150 is y. So that becomes 30. And then here find x when y equals 40. Same thing happens. X is equal to, again, 180 minus the y value now. Y is 40. So you get 140 degrees. Find x when y equals 50. These two are straight angles, so you can subtract from 180. So you get 130 there. This one, this is a fixed point. What's 50 and 30? Addition is 80. This is 80. 80 plus 2x, 2x, 3x is equal to, I'll write it here. These three angles add up to 2x, 2x, 3x is 7x. And this is equal to, what is this one? 80 degrees. So all together, This is 7x and this is 50 and 30, 80 all together. What's equal to? This is equal to 180 or 360. This is a point, 360 degrees. So angle at a point or angle around a point. So what is 7x? 360 minus 80 degrees. So you can subtract, you get 280. So 7x equals 280. So what's the value? Divide by 7 to get the x value. So x is equal to 40 degrees. So make sure this is a point. So angle sum of a point is 360. Look at this one. It's given AOD, AOC, BOC. The sum is 260. Find the values of all 4 angles. So what's this angle? BOD angle. So BOD angle is 360 minus 260 because this is a point and sum of angles around a point is 360. So 360 minus 260, you get 100 degrees. That's for BOD. Then what can you say? BOD angle and this angle, AOC angle, both are equal, vertically opposite angles. So you can write AOC is equal to 100 degrees. So this is 100, this is 100. Then how can you find out BOC angle? We know AB is a straight line. This is 100, so this becomes 180 minus 100. That's 80 degrees. Now BOC is 80 means AOD is also 80 degrees. That's vertically opposite angles. Look at this one. AB and CD are straight lines. Intersect at O. This is a fixed point. Find the value of x. What can you say about this angle and this angle? These two are equal, vertically opposite angles. So x and x2x is equal to 80 degrees. So how we find out x? Divide by 2. So x is equal to 40 degrees. Find A from this diagram. We can first add 60 and 40 is 100. 100 degrees. So 4A is what? This is a straight angle. So 4A equals 180 minus 100. That's 80 degrees. So how you find out A? Divide by 4. So A equals 20 degrees. Look at this diagram and find out what's the value of A. This is a point. So we can add all these angles, add up to 360. So 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. A is 360. So what's A? Divide by 12. A equals 30 degrees. Find x here. This is a straight angle. X plus 30 plus x plus 20 and 60 add up to 180. Now add like terms. X and x becomes 2x. 30 plus 20, 50. 50 plus 60, 110. Now how you find out x? So 2x equals, subtract 110 from 180. You get 70 degrees is 2x, divide by 2. What you get? X is equal to 35. 70 divided by 2 is 35. Find A, B, C, P, Q, R, all these angles. This is a straight angle. So A is 180 minus 70. So 110. What's B? B is 70 because this and this both are vertically opposite angles. B is 70 vertically opposite angles. See? A and C, vertically opposite angles. So C is equal to 110. That's vertically. Same reason. This side, this is also another point. Two straight lines are there. So straight away you can write P equals 180 minus 150. That's 30 degrees because of straight angle. Then Q and 150 both are vertically opposite angles. So Q is 150. Vertically opposite angles. And what's R? R and P both are equal. Those are vertically opposite angles. So R is same as P. That's 30 degrees. The reason is the same. Vertically opposite angles. AB and CD are straight lines. Find ABC. This is 90 degrees. So what's 90 plus 60? 150. So what's A? Because this is a straight angle, A is 180 minus 150. That's 30 degrees. So what's the reason? Straight angle. What's the B value? B is 60 degrees. What's the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Then what's C? What can you say about C? C is these two lines. So this and this, A with 90. Both are vertically opposite angles. So A plus 90. So 90 plus 30, you get 120 vertically opposite angles. Now we'll look at the review exercise. So we covered about obtuse, acute, reflex angles and complementary, and what else? Supplementary angles and vertically opposite angles. So now we'll see how we can apply those properties in the exercises. Look at the first question. Copy the two groups A and B given below and join them appropriately. 135, which type of angle? It's an obtuse angle. 90 is right angle. 180 is a straight angle. 35 is acute angle. 245 is reflex angle, more than 180. And 190 also reflex angle, and 280 also reflex angles. By considering the given figure, find the magnitude of each of the angles given below and write the type of each angle. AOB. AOB is 90 degrees. What's the angle? Right angle. COD? COD, given that, that's 40 degrees. That's a acute angle. BOD? Which one is BOD? BOD. That's also 90 degrees. That's a right angle. And BOC? This angle. So how can we find out BOC? 90 minus 40. 90 minus 40 is 50 degrees. So that's an acute angle. AOC? 90 plus this. So this is 50. We found. So AOC is equal to 90 plus 50. So what is 90 plus 50? 140 degrees. AOD? So AOD is a straight line. So 180, that's straight angle. Look at this one. Draw the following angles using a protractor and name them. So first one is PQR. So what we do, we take the ruler and draw a straight line. Okay. And then what we do, we take a point P. We'll take the point Q because we have to draw the angle PQR. Now take the protractor. What we do? We keep it on top of the point Q and measure the angle. So what's the angle? 60 degrees. So from here, anti-clockwise, we can mark the point. So this is the point here, 60 degrees. So you can move this and draw the line passes through this point and this point. So I can draw the line like this. So that's PQR. 60-degree angle. So this is 60 degrees. Now look at this one. ABC is 90 degrees. So how we draw the 90-degree angle? Draw a line. And then you can mark the angle here, B angle. So we'll take any point B. Now we can measure 90 degrees. So take the ruler, not the ruler, protractor, and keep the protractor on top of point B and measure. Here you have to keep it properly. This one on top of this line. So something like this. Here still not okay. So here make sure that you keep the, okay, so here now it's correct. So keep on top of the line. Now mark the point 90 degrees from here. So this is the mark and you can draw the line. Now take the ruler, connect this point and this point. That's 90-degree angle. So this is 90-degree angle. So you need to label this. This is A, B, C. So ABC is 90 degrees. 130 degrees. So what you do? Take a line and draw the line there, and you need to mark a point. So we'll take this point is this one. So Y. Now we need to measure 130 degrees. So take the protractor. Keep on top of the line, and here on this point, 0 point on Y. Now from here you have to measure, that's 130. So here to here, this is 130 mark. Take the protractor away, and now you can take the ruler and connect this point with this one. Then what's the angle? X, Y, Z. So we can mark this is X, Y, Z, and this is 130 degrees. This way is 130 degrees. 48 degrees. So how we draw 48? So take the ruler and then mark a point. We'll mark L. So this is the point we have to mark. That's angle. Then 48 degrees. Take the protractor, keep on top of this and mark 48 degrees. So 48 is here 40 and in between 50 and here. So this is 48. Now you can connect these 2 points with a ruler. So mark it and then connect. Label the 2 points K and M. KLM angle is 48 degrees. Question number 4. As shown in the figure, draw 2 straight line segments AB and CD such that they intersect each other at O. Measure the magnitude of each of the angles AOC, that's this angle, COB, this one, and BOD, this one, and AOD. So all 4 angles we need to measure and write them down. What is the value of AOC and COB? We'll first measure it using the protractor. Take the protractor, keep on top of this line, and you can measure this part. So here in your protractor, you can measure from this way as well. My one, you only from this side, so I have to subtract this value from 180. So 180 minus 140. So here to here is 40 degrees. So I can write AOC. Angle is 40 degrees. Then BOC angle or COB angle, I can measure from here. That's 140. For you, you can measure from both sides. 0 is here as well as 0 is here. So look at carefully and measure the correct way. So COB is an obtuse angle, that's 140. Now AOC we measured, COB, BOD. So how you do BOD? BOD is this way. So we need to keep the protractor this way. So this way, and we can measure here to here. That's 40 degrees. BOD is 40 degrees. Here to here, you can measure. So 180 minus 40, or I can get straight away 140 for AOD angle. AOD is 140 degrees. Now what is the value of AOC plus COB? These two. AOC is 40 degrees. COB is 140. So when you add these two, what you get? 180 degrees. So those two are 180 degrees. Are the two angles AOC and BOD equal to each other? AOC 40. BOD is also 40. So these two are equal. These two are equal. What are they? Vertically opposite angles. So we can write they are equal. Example number 1. Calculate the complement of 38. What is complement means? The sum is 90 degrees. So complement angle is 90 minus 38. Subtract, you get 2 here and 5. So 52 degrees is the complement angle. If ABC is 48, PQR is 66, KLM is 42 and XYZ is 24, name the pairs of complementary angles among these angles. So complementary means 90 degrees. Find out what are the angles add up to 90. Look at these two. 48 plus 42. 90 degrees. So you can say ABC and KLM are complementary. What else? 66 and 24. Add and see. 66 and 24. 90. So those are complementary. So you can write PQR and what's the other one? 24, XYZ. These also complementary angles. Example 3. Explain whether the pairs of angles given in the figure are supplementary angles. So, what's the condition for supplementary? The angles add up to 180. So, we'll check. 62 plus 118. 180. So, that means AOC and PQR are supplementary. Look at these two. 53 and 170. What's the sum? 170. So not add up to 180. So you can write not supplementary angles. Exercise 3.1. Copy and complete. The complement of 60 is, what is complement of 60? 90 minus 60, 30 degrees. Supplementary of 60, 180 minus 60, 120. The complement of 75, 90 minus 75. So what's the angle? 15 degrees. Supplement of 75, 180 minus 75 now. So 105 degrees. The complement of 25 is 90 minus 25. So 65 degrees. Supplement of 25, 180 minus 25. 155 degrees. What's the complement of 1 degree? 90 minus 1. 89 degrees. What is supplementary of 1 degrees? That's 179. 180 minus 1. From among the angles ABC, PQR, KLM, BOC, MNL, DEF, select and write down 2 pairs of complementary angles and 2 pairs of supplementary angles. So we'll first do complementary angles. What are complementary? Add up to 90 degrees. So we can take these two, 72 and 18, 90 degrees. So BOC and ABC. What else? Check. 75 with 15. 75 and 15, 90. So you can write DEF and PQR. So those are complementary. Now we'll look at supplementary angles. So 165 and 15. What's the sum? 165 and 15. 180. So supplementary means the angles add up to 180. So you can write KLM and PQR. Those are supplementary. So what else? 108 and 72. 180. So you get MNL angle and 108 and ABC angle. So these are supplementary angles. Question number 3. According to the figure given here, what is the sum of BOC and COD? First we'll find BOC. BOC is 25. COD is given 65. So what's the sum? Add it together, you get 10 and 9. So 90 degrees. What is the complement of BOC? So BOC and COD are complementary angles. So if it's BOC, what's the other angle? COD. What is the magnitude of AOD? What is that? AOD is this whole thing. 20 plus 25 plus 65. What's the sum? 110. What is the sum of AOD? That's 110 and DOE 70. So that's 180 degrees. What is the supplement of DOE? DOE and AOD add up to 180 means those are supplementary angles. So what's the supplement of DOE? That's AOD. What is the complement of DOE? DOE. So DOE, what's the complement? 70 is there. So 90 minus 70. That's 20 degrees. Now, what is the angle? So you need to find out a 20-degree angle. That's complement of DOE. So what's that? 20-degree angle is AOB. So you can write this is same as AOB angle. So that's the complement of DOE. Fourth question, write two pairs of complementary angles in the given figure. Complementary means add up to 90 degrees. So we can take this angle. So two angles are there. CDB angle plus, or we can say plus, BDA angle is 90 degrees. The sum of two angles add up to 90 degrees. So those are complementary angles. What's the other one we can take here? These two. ABD angle and DBC angle. That's add up to 90 degrees. So that's also complementary angles. The straight line segments AB and CD intersect at O. Write four pairs of supplementary angles in the figure. Supplementary means add up to 180. So look at that, 80 plus 100 is 180. So I can write COA angle and AOD. That's 180 because 80 and 100. That's supplementary. Then when you take other way around, AOD plus DOB also 180. This way also supplementary. Now when you take CD line, DOB angle plus BOC angle, that's also 180 degrees. And the last pair is when you take AB line, BOC angle and COA angle. That's also 180 degrees. Write two pairs of complementary angles according to the information marked in the given figure. Complementary means add up to 90 degrees. So what are those? Here, these two. PXQ angle and QXR. That's 90 degrees. And also, can you see this one? This is also 90. So we can write QXR and RXS. That's also 90 degrees. Copy these statements in your exercise book and place a tick in front of the correct statements and wrong mark in the front of the incorrect statements. The complement of an acute angle is an acute angle. 90 minus a small angle, so definitely it's an acute angle. So this is correct. The complement of an acute angle is an obtuse angle. So cannot be more than 90 degrees because complement means 90 degrees. So this is wrong. The supplement an obtuse angle is an obtuse angle. Supplement means 180. So obtuse angle is in between 90 and 180 and it cannot be exceed 180. So that's wrong. The supplement of an acute angle is an obtuse angle. Yes, because if this is less than 90, 180 minus that angle, definitely you get an obtuse angle. So the supplement of an acute angle is an obtuse angle. That's correct. Example 1. Explain whether the pairs of angles denoted by A, B in the figures given below are pairs of adjacent angles. So what are the conditions for adjacent angles? There should be a common arm. Now look at this one. Okay, QR, common arm. And is there a fixed point? Vertex point. This is Q and this is R. So no common vertex. So these two are not adjacent angles. So you need to check all three properties to satisfy for adjacent angles. Explain whether the pairs of angles denoted by A and B in the figures given below are pairs of adjacent angles. Here, common vertex is there. That's P. Is there a common arm? Here BP, PC, here AP and PD. So no common arm. So therefore, A and B are not adjacent angles. Example 1. Explain whether the pairs of angles denoted by AB in the figures given below are pairs of adjacent angles. So check. B is this one and A is here to here. Common vertex is O. Is there a common arm? So these two are the lines and here this is the other line. Okay, common arm you can take as OA. Now check whether these two angles on both sides of OA. This is also measured this way, this is also measured same way. So these are not adjacent angles. So you can write down measured angles on the same side of OA common arm. So therefore, A and B are not adjacent angles. Example 2. In the given figure, PR is a straight line segment. Find the magnitude of PQS. PQS. PQR is a straight line. So what is PQS? 180 minus 45. Because this is a straight angle. So subtract 5. So this is 5, 335 degrees. Example 3. Find the magnitude of AOP. So how we can find? This is a straight line. AB is a straight line. So we can say this is a straight angle. So what's the condition for a straight angle? That's 180. So 2x plus 3x plus 50 degrees is equal to 180 because this is a straight angle. 2x and 3x becomes 5x, and take 50 to the other side, subtract 50 from both sides, you get 5x equals 180 minus 50, that's 130. So divide by 5, you get, so x is equal to 5 times 2, 10, for 30 that's 6. So 26 degrees. Exercise 3.2, write whether the pairs of angles marked as A and B in each figure is a pair of adjacent angles. So what can you say about this? OL is common arm. O is the vertex point. And this angle measured this way, this is measured this way. So angles on both sides. So what can you say? A and B are adjacent angles. This one, what's the common arm? Vertex is okay. So P is the vertex. Here we'll take, this is the common arm. OA, not OA, PA is the common arm. Then this angle measured this way, this angle measured this way. So on both sides. So you can write A and B measured both ways. So that means A and B are adjacent angles. This diagram, this is A and this is B. Here common arm is MX. M is the fixed point, that's vertex point, but to this common arm, this is measured same on the same side. A and B measured on the same side. So not adjacent. So not adjacent angles. If PQ is a straight line segment in each figure given below, find the magnitude of the angle marked by an English letter. So this is a straight line. So what's X? Straight away you can write that's 180 minus 120, 60 degrees. What's the reason? Because of straight angle. This one, PQ is a straight line. So what is A? A is 180 minus 68 because of straight angle. $112. This one, PQ is a straight line. So what's T? 180 minus 95 because of straight angle. So 85 degrees. When you look at this one, how can we find out the x letter? PQ is a straight line, so you can write 40 plus 90 plus x is 180. 40 plus 90, 130. So what's x? X is 180 minus 130. That's equal to 50 degrees. This one, PQ is a straight line. So we can write A plus A plus A is 180. So 3A equals 180. A equals 180 divided by 3. That's 60 degrees. Question number 3. In the figure, if AB is a straight line segment, find the magnitude of AOD. AOD is 2x. So AB is a straight line. So what can you say about these three angles? Add up to 180 because these three are on a straight line. Straight angle. Then 2x and x, 3x. Subtract 90 from both sides. You get 3x is 180 minus 90. That's 90 degrees. So how can we find out x? Divide by 3. You get x equals 30 degrees. So what's AOD? AOD is 2x. So 2 times 30, 60 degrees. PQ is a straight line segment. According to the information marked in the figure, find the magnitude of POS. POS is 3x. So we'll first find x. We can see 3x plus 2x plus 80 is 180 degrees because of straight angle. 3x and 2x becomes 5x. Subtract 80 from both sides, you get 100. Divide by 5, you get x value is 20. Now you have x value. What's the POS angle? POS is 3x. 3 times 20, that's 60 degrees. And part 2, it says, find the magnitude of SOQ. SOQ is 80 plus 2 times x, 2 times 20. So according to Bodmer's, you have to do multiplication first. 2 times 20 is 40. 40 plus 80, 120 degrees. Question number 5. Conclude whether POQ in each of the given figures is a straight line. So we'll add and see. 130 plus 50, you get 180. That means straight angle. So POQ or POQ is a straight line. This one, we'll add 139 and 42. 181. So that's not equal to 180. So you can write POQ is not a straight line. Looks like it's straight, but when you calculate the values, it's not a straight line. We'll add and see this one. 55, 88, 37. 180. So that means POQ is a straight line. This one, 45 plus 113 plus 22. That's also 180. So we can say POQ is a straight line. Example number 1. Find the magnitude of the angle marked as AOD. That's X in the given figure. So this is a point. So we have to think about angles around the point. So what's the sum of angles around the point? That's 360. So what's 120 plus 130 plus 90? You get here 9 plus 3, 12, 14, 1 remaining, so 340. So we can find X as 360 minus 340 because angle around a point is 360 degrees. So X equals 20 degrees. Example 2, APB is 150. DPC 100. So find BPC. BPC is 3x. So we need to solve for x first. So we know this is a fixed point. Add 150 and 100 first. You get 250. Then we can write 2x plus 3x plus 250 is equal to 360 because angle around a point. Now solve 2x and 3x becomes 5x. Subtract 250 from both sides. What you get? You get 110. Divide by 5. Both sides. You get x equals 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 2, 10. So x equals 22 degrees. Now we need to find out BPC angle. So what's BPC angle is 3x. 3 times 22, you get 66 degrees. Exercise 3.3, find the value of x. So this is a point. So you can find the sum of all angles. That's add up to 360. So first we'll take 130 plus 160. You get 290. Then x plus 290 is 360. Angle around a point. Now subtract 290 from both sides. You get, what's the value? 70 degrees for x. Find the value of A. This is a point. So we can say A plus 50 is 360. Angle around a point. So what's A? Subtract 50 from both sides, you get 310. That's a reflex angle. Find the value of A. So this is the point. You can add all together. A plus A plus A plus A is 360. 4A equals 360. Divide both sides by 4. You get A equals 90 degrees. Find the magnitude of APC. APC is the whole angle. So what's the value? APC. Here, this is also APC. This is also APC. So how you identify which one? If it's APC reflex angle, this is this one, more than 180. This is just the APC angle. So APC angle is 360 minus these two values, sum of these two values. So 90 and 120. That's 210. So you subtract 210 from there. So you get 150 degrees. So if it's APC just the angle, that can be obtuse angle. APC reflex means more than 180 degrees. Find the magnitude of SOR. SOR is 3x. So we'll first find x. 110 plus 80. You get 190. Then 2x and 3x plus 190 is 360 because this is angle around a point. So 5x plus 190 is 360. Subtract 190 from 360. What you get? 16. So you get 7 and 1. So 5x equals 170. Divide by 5. 34 degrees for x. This is for x. Then how can we find out SOR angle? That's 3x. 3 times 34. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 3, 9. Plus 1, 10. So 102 degrees. AB is a straight line. If APR is 150. So this is given 150. Find the magnitude of QPB. QPB is this angle. So how we find out? We can first find out these two angles and then subtract from this one, you get the other angle. Now it's given AB is a straight line. So what is this angle? This angle. This is 180. So I can write 150 plus x equals 180 because of straight angle. And x equals, subtract 150, you get 30 degrees for x. Now we found out x is this angle, that's 30. Now we need to find out this. So what is BPQ or QPB angle? Is 180 minus 2x. Because this is also a straight angle. Now substitute 180 minus 2 times 30. Bodmas, according to Bodmas, multiplication first. 180 minus 60. You get 120 is this angle QPB. Example number 1. Find the magnitude of each angle around the point P in the given figure where X, Y and KL are straight line segments. So what can you say about this angle? LPY angle is also 135. Vertically opposite angles. Then what's this angle? So this is a straight angle because LK is a straight line. So you can write, find XPL angle is 180 minus 135. That's straight angle. $45. That's XPL. So XPL and KPY angles are vertically opposite angles. So these two are equal. So you can write that's 45. Find the magnitude of each of the angles marked by an English letter in the figures given below. A, B, C, D, E, F are straight lines. What are these two? X is 43 vertically opposite angles. So we know that vertically opposite angles are equal. This one? What can you say about this one? If you take this line and this line, 130 is equal to this one. So x plus 30 is 130. How can we find x? Subtract 30 from both sides. That's equal to 100 degrees. So here, what's the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Again, these two are straight line. What can you say about this and this? A plus A is 135. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So 2A equals 135. Divide by 2. A equals 2 times 6, 12 and 2 times 7, 14 and 1 remaining means 67.5 degrees for A. Look at this one. AB and CD are straight lines. So this is equal to this one. So we can write 90 plus x equals 125. So you can write down the reason, vertically opposite angles. Subtract 90 from 125 to get x. So you get 35 degrees. This one, what can you say about AB and CD? Here, this angle is equal to this angle. So what can you say? Straight away, B is 55 degrees. Vertically opposite angles. Then if you take the other two lines, this one and this one, this whole angle is equal to this whole angle. So what can you say about 55 plus A is equal to 65 plus B. B is 55. Now add it together. 120. So A equals, subtract 55 from that, you get 65 degrees for A. Now we found A and B. What's C? C you can find out using straight angle. So A plus B plus C is a straight line, 180. What's A? 65. What's B? 55. Now subtract these two angles, you get the C value. So what's the sum of these two? 65 and 55? 120. So subtract 120, you get 60 degrees for C value. So all of these angles we found using vertically opposite angles here, and this one straight angle. Find the values of the angles denoted by x, y and z in the given figure. BY, BD, XZ are straight lines. And ABC and ACB are a pair of complementary angles. What is the magnitude of ABC? First we'll find out XYZ. Here, this and this. Vertically opposite angles. So we can straight away write x equals 90. Then y is 58. Same reason. Z, how can we find C? C is 180 minus 58 because of straight angle. Subtraction, 122. So Z is 122. So we found XYZ. Now they are asking to find out ABC. But it's given ABC and ACB. It says supplementary. Not supplementary, complementary. Complementary means 90 degrees. ABC, we'll find out which angle, ABC and ACB. ACB angle. That's Y. ACB is Y. So Y plus ABC angle, that's given 90 degrees. We know the Y value, so we can find out the ABC value. 90 minus the Y value. What's Y? 58 degrees. Subtract. You get 32 degrees. So because this is complementary angles. So we covered all theory related to angles. So we did the sum of pair of acute angles is 90. Then we call these are complementary angles. If the sum is equal to 180, that's supplementary angles. An acute angle which needs to be added to a given acute angle for the sum of the two angles to be 90 is called a complementary. And a pair of angles which have a common arm and a common vertex and are located on either side of the common arm is called pair of adjacent angles. And the sum of angles located around a point on one side of a straight line is 180 and angles around a point is 360. And what's the other one we learned? Vertically opposite angles created by the intersection of two straight lines are equal to each other. So practice all these exercises and examples and thorough with the angles lesson.